Namaste, my beloved friends. Time moves in spirals and not in straight lines. Every cycle of retrogression and progression mirrors the dance of our own mind. Inward, outward, inward, outward. Just a few days ago, on 23rd November in New Delhi, as I received the most trusted Astrologer of India award in the presence of the 37th Chief Justice of India, I was reminded of this very truth. Life does not reward us in a straight line, it rewards us in spirals, after tests, after delays, after karmic cleansing. Saturn watches, waits, and then blesses. And today, as Saturn prepares to turn direct, I feel that same energy of karmic alignment. The moment when the universe acknowledges your inner journey and says, yes, you are ready for the next step. On 13th July 2025, Saturn, the great karmic teacher, turned retrograde in Pisces, pulling each of us inward. It forced us to confront our shadows, our unresolved karmas, and the truths we have been running away from. Retrograde Saturn is like a mirror held close to the soul. It doesn't punish, it exposes. And now on 28th November, Saturn becomes direct again. A moment of karmic clarity, a moment when the fog lifts, a moment when destiny resumes its flow. Remember, when the inner winter ends, the first flower of awareness blooms. This turning direct is that bloom, the first sign of hope before 2026 begins. From July to November 2026, what retrograde Saturn taught us. During these months, many felt delays and stagnation, emotional heaviness, responsibilities increasing, karma from past cycles returning, relationship boundaries tested, job pressure, confusion in direction, a deep desire to escape, a spiritual emptiness or numbness. Saturn retrograde in Pisces forced every moon sign to clean the karmic waters. Pisces is the ocean of emotions, and Saturn moving backward churned the ocean. Now, Saturn going direct brings stability, direction, maturity, discipline, groundedness, divine order, karmic justice, long pending decisions, approvals, and breakthroughs. As Gautam Buddha said, after every storm, the mind becomes clear as a washed sky. This is that washed sky. And so now, let us see how Saturn going direct will impact each moon sign. Aries. Retrograde Saturn turned your subconscious. Old fears, old guilt, emotional turmoil all surfaced. Your sleep patterns were disturbed, intuition sharpened, but peace was missing. Now Saturn going direct releases the knots. Better sleep, clearer boundaries, spiritual discipline strengthens, foreign opportunities reopen, expenses stabilize, and health improves. A karmic burden lifts, meditation becomes your weapon. Taurus. These retrograde months tested friendships and hopes. False friends disappeared, true ones remained. Financial gains felt slow and uncertain. And now, as Saturn goes direct, it brings new stable friendships, brings slow but steady income, helps you build long term goals, strengthens community support, opens doors through networks. Saturn teaches you build your circle with consciousness, not convenience. Gemini. Public image for Gemini felt clouded. Career decisions were stuck. Bosses were unpredictable. Your confidence wavered during Saturn retrograde. Now, Saturn becomes direct. Career moves forward. Authority figures will support you. Recognition comes. Delayed projects resume. Stability returns to professional life. 2026 will be a turning point in your leadership journey. Cancer. Retrograde Saturn questioned your faith. You doubted your path, your teachers, your destiny. Travels got delayed. Legal matters confused you. Now Saturn going direct will open the door to divine clarity, will support long distance travel, will resolve legal or academic delays. Remember Kabir's words, धीरे धीरे रे मना, धीरे सब कुछ होए. Slowly, slowly, beautifully, your faith returns now. Leo. Saturn retrograde shook your inner world. Shared finances, secrets, bonds, trust issues, karmic patterns. But now Saturn going direct stabilizes finances, brings healing in intimacy, ends psychological uncertainty, supports inheritance matters, gives relief from hidden fears. Transformation becomes your power now. Virgo. Relationships were the battlefield. Partnerships showed cracks. Old wounds resurfaced. But Saturn retrograde made you see the truth behind the mask. And now, as Saturn goes direct, it brings clarity in partnerships, helps you end toxic bonds, strengthens long-term commitments, supports marriage matters, brings maturity in communication. Relationships now grow with honesty and not illusion. Libra. Daily routine broke, work pressure mounted, Saturn retrograde drained your energy. But now, as Saturn goes direct, it brings health stability, helps you organize life better, supports steady workflow, reduces stress, gives discipline and inner balance. Saturn tells you, your body is your temple. Honor it. Scorpio. Creative blocks, emotional wounds, and issues with children surfaced during Saturn retrograde period. Love life felt uncertain. Joy felt far away. But now, as Saturn goes direct, it brings emotional spark, restores creative rhythm, supports childbirth or children related matters. It brings discipline in love, helps you rediscover joy. 2026 will open your heart again. Sagittarius. Home felt heavy. Family dynamics were tense. Your inner stability was shaken. Retrograde Saturn questioned your foundation. But now, as Saturn goes direct, it brings peace at home, supports property decisions, strengthens emotional grounding, helps you reconnect with family, improves mental stability, the heart begins to feel safe again. Capricorn, retrograde Saturn disturbed your mind. Communication issues, misunderstandings, short travel delays. But now, as Saturn goes direct, it clears anxiety, enhances communication, supports learning, strengthens sibling bonds, brings movement and momentum. Your mind becomes sharper and more focused as 2026 approaches. Aquarius, finances felt unstable, self worth issues increased, food habits and possessions created stress. But now, as Saturn goes direct, it stabilizes your income, it improves financial planning, brings confidence, helps you value yourself, strengthens family relations. Your voice becomes powerful again. And now comes my favorite sign, Pisces. Saturn retrograde in your sign tested your identity. It pushed you to face your fears, your insecurities, your karmic wounds. But now, as Saturn goes direct, it brings emotional strength, clears confusion, gives new purpose, supports disciplined self growth, brings seriousness about life goals. As the ruler of your 11th and 12th, Saturn now helps you detach from illusions and anchor into truth. 2026 begins your rebirth cycle. A great master once shared a profound parable. Two seeds lay side by side in a fertile field. One seed said, I want to grow, I want to break open. I want to reach for the sun even if it hurts. I want to sprout leaves, bloom flowers, embrace the world. And it broke open and began to grow. The other seed said, I am afraid. What if it is too cold? What if the soil is too hard? What if I fail? So it remained exactly as it was, a seed, closed, safe, unused, unlived. Months later, a hungry bird came and ate the second seed. And that is how the master says, if you do not risk growth, you risk your entire life. And so, my beloved friends, Saturn going direct is the moment when the second seed inside you must choose grow or hide, break open or remain closed, walk toward destiny or stay imprisoned in fear. Saturn direct is not a transit, it is a command, a divine whisper. Rise, become who you are meant to be. As we move toward 2026, let this moment become your turning point. Walk with courage, walk with consciousness, walk with faith in your journey, and remember, the universe never tests the weak, it tests those who are destined for greatness. You are one of them. Let us begin the journey toward 2026 with light in the eyes, strength in the spine, and trust in the heart. Jai Sri Ganesha, Jai Guru.
ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये
नमः। ॐ गं गणपतये नमः।